My God, they fight my fight. Jehovah, they fight my fight. That is said that they push me to my feet, but then they push me to my testimony. Yes, so my brothers, welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe, and if you subscribe, please help me click the bell button so that you get the notification when next I upload a video. I'm from Imo State, a Nigerian by birth, but a British by naturalization. When I first came to UK in 2008, I came as a student. I did my first degree in Nigeria, and I came over here to do my master's degree in business and management. Then I changed my route to become a British citizen, which I will talk about in my next video. But for now, let's concentrate on the topic, which is coming to UK as a student or applying to UK universities, what you need to know and what you need to understand. Sometimes one of our problems is lack of information. We don't have enough information, and we don't want to seek the information. We don't want to do research. If you have families, you don't want to ring them up or contact them, ask them what you need to know about UK before coming over. We just, as soon as you get your visa, then you just want to come to UK, you just want to move to UK. First and foremost, I want to say this: coming to study in the UK is a good thing. Life in the UK is not easy, just like some people do think. And another thing I need to say is that if you want to come to UK universities do accept Nigeria certificates, provided it's a recognized certificate, recognized universities in Nigeria. They do accept our certificates, unlike other countries like Canada or US, though I don't know much about them. You are required to take extra test of English for you to, get admission in the universities. But it's not like that in the UK. Here in the UK, as a Nigerian, you studied in Nigeria, or you want to come here to start afresh, they accept our WAEC or any O-level exams, and they also accept our first degree certificates. They also accept our polytechnic certificate, HND. So you don't need to convert it. All you need to do is just apply to the university and you'll be granted admission. So that's one point. Now, the second point is you need to make a decision. If you want to go to universities abroad, you need to make a decision that I want to go to university abroad. Now, these are the countries. It's either UK, US, Canada, Australia, so on and so forth. Why I'm here. The third point I want to talk about is you research the universities that you wish to apply. Researching the UK universities. Then there are universities in the UK that are not legible. They are not approved to sponsor international students. Not every. So, and there are ones that are licensed to bring international students in the UK. Now, you need to go to www.gov.co.uk to make sure you check the universities that you want to apply. I'll put the link down below. Then for you to click and know which type of the universities or the university you want to apply, and to see if they are licensed to bring international students to UK. Again, another thing that you need to put into consideration is the tuition fee. You know, most universities here, the tuition fee is very, very high when you convert it to our own currency. The minimum school fees that you need to pay is 10,000. Now, depending on your course, your research on the courses and the tuition fee and the schools to play, you need to go to the universities that you want to apply and see how much they charge, so that you know, look into your pocket and see if you can afford it. Because one mistake most of us do is we just apply to any universities just to pay the money. When you come here, you start struggling. We have that mentality that when you come here, you can work your school fees. But I challenge you, when you come here to study and to work, it's not easy. One thing must suffer. It's either your studies is suffering or your health is suffering, because you want to work like mad to, get your tuition fee. Because school, believe you me, school will be on your neck. School will log you out. They will log you out of their school account so that you will not be able to do your assessment. You will not be able to write your exams. So the finance department will log you out of the school system. Now you begin to struggle because this time you have no money. So I advise that if you are coming to UK, try and pay the 80%. Pay 80% of your tuition fee so that you don't struggle when you come over here. Okay? Pay 80% so that you do not struggle when you come over here to study. Okay? That's it. So you research on the school. Research on the school. Not if the school is actually being licensed by the Home Office to bring international students in. That's one. And check their tuition fee if it's something that you can afford. Okay? If it's something that you can afford, then fine, you go ahead and apply. Again, another thing I need to talk about is the location of the university. Like personally, before I actually decided to study in the UK, what I did was I had to research about the living standards of the particular location. I got admission in 3 schools. One school is in London, central London. One school outside London, Coventry. And the last one is in Liverpool. I had to research. I did the research about, the living standards. And I discovered that living standards in London is quite high. And than the living standard in Liverpool. Liverpool is relatively cheaper. Cheaper accommodation. Cheaper, things that you need to buy. Your living expenses will be quite very low compared to someone who lives in London. Because London, as a student, you will struggle a lot. You will struggle, but that's in your pocket. If you think you can afford living in London, that's fine. So anyway, that's by the way. You check the location. If you want to study in England, London is the central. Then it's either you choose the schools in central London or you choose the schools outside London. Okay? Then if you want to study in Scotland, okay, then you now talk about if you want to study in Edinburgh, which is the capital of Scotland, or you want to study outside. Then if you want to study in Wales, then you talk about Cardiff, which is the central of Edinburgh. Which is the central of Wales. Then if you want to study in Northern Ireland, then you now choose either you want to study in Belfast or outside Belfast. So the point I want to make is studying in the major cities, the capital of each of these countries that came together and formed United Kingdom. To study in the capital cities, the living standard there is quite very high. Okay, it's quite very high. So for you to study in their major cities, you need to look at your pocket. Look at your pocket to see if you can afford it. If not, choose the universities outside their capital. When you choose the universities outside their capital, you are still going to get the same. It's the same universities in the UK. What these people are studying are the same thing. The certificate is the same. The teaching standard is the same. So you have nothing, absolutely nothing to lose. That the system is the same. Okay? The system is very the same. Another point, so when you apply, try and apply to 3 or 4 universities. Out of these universities, 1 or 2 must give you offer of admission. Okay? And when they are giving you offer of admission, the first stage will be conditional offer of admission. This conditional offer of admission is to tell you that they've reserved the place for you. Then you need to pay your tuition fee. Then before they will not give you unconditional offer. Now your offer is guaranteed. So the difference between a conditional offer and unconditional offer, conditional offer can be withdrawn if you didn't meet up the deadline. If you didn't pay your tuition fee, they will now give that slot to another student. Then unconditional offer is when you must have paid. When you've paid your tuition fee, then they will now totally reserve that place for you. Okay? Then they will now forward you the documents to start making your application, your visa application, actually. So that is that. Again, during the application process, I need to talk about this because it's very, very important. During the visa application process, for you to stand a chance of getting your visa to come over, these are the tricks which most people might not tell you. They will hold this information. Now, as a student, if you're given admission to come over to study in the UK, if your tuition fee is 10,000, let's take 10,000 as your tuition fee, and the living expenses is 5,000. Now, this has to be verified by your school. Your school will tell you how much is your tuition fee, and they will tell you if you choose London or outside London. They will not tell you how much you are expected to come into the country with as your living expenses. Now, let's take that your living expenses is 5,000. Now, 5,000 pounds plus 10,000 pounds, which is your tuition fee, is 15,000 pounds. Now, the school will ask you to pay 20% of your tuition fee for you to, for them to give you your unconditional offer of admission. Now, if you choose to pay the 20%, please listen. If you choose to pay the 20% of your tuition fee, now the remaining balance of 8,000, okay? Now you add the 8,000 plus the 5,000 living expenses. Make sure that you have the money, and the money is in your bank account. Fund that account with the balance of the tuition fee together with the living expenses. It needs to be in your account for like 28 working days. Then after which you can apply for the visa. As soon as you apply for the visa, I guarantee you school will not, the embassy will not have any reason to deny you. Now, after the decision, after they must have given you the visa, then if the money is borrowed, you can return the money to whoever. You can return the money to them. Okay. So I'm not telling you to come in here with empty-handed. So what I'm saying, if you have not got enough in your bank account, you make sure you have that money complete, your living expenses and your tuition fee fully complete in your bank account. Then after which you can now make your application. They will give you your visa 100% or less than 99%. okay? Because they have no reason to deny you. You've got the money and you are coming, you are a genuine student. Another topic I want to talk about is when you get your visa, it is stated there that there will be 20 hours work. You'll be working 20 hours every week. This is another topic I will need to talk about. How you can, work and study, balance the two together so that one doesn't, actually suffer. And some students find themselves working more than 20 hours. So we need to talk about that in another video. Okay. Now, the reason for that 20 hours and the reason for you to have a complete fund is because they don't want any recourse to their public fund when you come into the UK. They don't want you to come here, get stranded, and this is to avoid recourse to public fund. Okay. So now, having said this, the decision is yours. Please, if you have not subscribed, please help me and subscribe